For quite some time now, Warriors fans have been craving a significant upgrade in the front court. A bigger, more physically imposing presence in the paint to complement the sharp shooting and relentless pace that Golden State has built its identity around. The team's small ball approach has been revolutionary and successful, especially with Stephen Curry orchestrating from the perimeter. But there's no denying that the lack of true size and muscle down low has become a glaring weakness. This was especially exposed during the most recent playoff runs where the Warriors were physically outmatched in key moments inside the paint, giving up too many second-chance points and failing to secure rebounds consistently against bigger, stronger opponents. The truth is, the Warriors' current front court is thin when it comes to reliable, consistent big men who can both defend the rim and space the floor on offense. Right now, the roster features Quinton Post as the only genuine 7-footer, and although he showed flashes of potential during his rookie campaign, he's still very much a work in progress. He has a long way to go before he can be considered a dependable rotation piece, much less a frontline anchor. Trey Jackson-Davis also had intermittent playing time throughout the season and even got some playoff minutes when Curry was sidelined. But his future with the team remains uncertain, and he hasn't demonstrated enough consistency or upside to be counted on as a long-term solution. Gavin Looney, who often played a role on previous Warriors squads, is an unrestricted free agent this summer and might not even be back, which leaves Golden State thin on bodies who can physically battle down low. Adding to the concern, Jonathan Kuminga, while a versatile forward with good length, is not a traditional big man who can protect the rim or hold his own against bigger centers. Even Draymond Green, the team's defensive general and emotional leader, isn't among the tallest players on the roster, and his skill set, while invaluable, isn't enough to compensate for the lack of size. The Warriors have been repeatedly outmuscled in the paint during critical playoff stretches, losing rebounding battles and getting scored on inside too often. To have a legitimate shot at contending for another championship, the team clearly needs to add frontcourt help, preferably players who bring both size and shooting ability, fitting seamlessly into the Warriors' 5-out offensive system that thrives on spacing and ball movement. The good news is, rumors have been swirling that Golden State might finally be looking to address this glaring need by pursuing 2 true 7-footers this offseason, Brook Lopez and Kristaps Porzingis. Brook Lopez, a seasoned veteran nearing the end of his career, has quietly evolved his game over the years from a traditional post player into one of the league's more effective stretch big men. After many years playing mostly inside, Lopez transformed his offensive repertoire during his time with the Milwaukee Bucks by developing a reliable three-point shot. He became a pick-and-pop threat that forced defenses to stretch out, opening lanes for Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks' dynamic offense. While Lopez isn't known for his mobility, especially now at age 37, he remains a strong positional defender who knows how to protect the rim without fouling too much. His ability to space the floor with above-average shooting, combined with a polished post-up game and solid screen setting, makes him a versatile piece that could fit perfectly alongside Curry and Jimmy Butler. Offensively, Lopez is efficient and intelligent with his shot selection. He's not going to take ill-advised attempts. Instead, he picks his spots well, mainly from the top of the key on pick and pop plays and from the corners where the Warriors often look to shoot threes. His career three-point percentage hovers around a solid 38%, and in recent seasons, he's been even more effective from the corners, shooting upwards of 45% on limited attempts. At the rim, he maintains a strong finishing ability with a high field goal percentage around 68%. His skill set gives the Warriors an offensive weapon in the front court who can contribute consistent points without demanding the ball excessively. Defensively, Lopez's lack of lateral quickness in switch-heavy schemes is a concern, especially in today's NBA, where teams regularly attack big men in space. However, when he plays a more stationary role protecting the rim and anchoring the paint, he remains a respectable presence. The Warriors, who have been trying to develop a more physical, tough-minded defensive identity, could use Lopez as a solid rim protector who also helps with screen setting, a crucial component to freeing up shooters like Curry and Butler. Financially, Lopez is entering free agency, and while the Warriors don't have significant cap space, they have several exceptions they can use. The non-taxpayer mid-level exception, for example, allows them to offer contracts up to around $14 million. Given Lopez's age and defensive limitations, it's possible Golden State could sign him for less, maybe even using a biannual exception to convince him to take a hometown discount, considering Lopez's Bay Area and Stanford roots. The Warriors could also attempt a sign-and-trade deal with the Bucks, possibly involving a second-round pick or using trade exceptions to make the deal work within the salary cap framework. Bringing Lopez to the Bay Area would be a homecoming of sorts and also a strategic move to add size without sacrificing spacing and offensive fluidity. But Lopez is only one piece of the puzzle. To truly solve their size issues, the Warriors might also pursue Kristaps Porzingis via trade. Porzingis is a Latvian big man with a rare blend of size, shooting touch, and shot-blocking ability. Despite injury concerns and a somewhat inconsistent career path, Porzingis remains a highly effective offensive player when healthy. He has been linked to Golden State in trade rumors for a while, and with his contract nearing its end and some uncertainty around his health, this could be an ideal time for the Warriors to swing for the fences and try to acquire him. Porzingis made a significant impact during the Boston Celtics' 2024-2025 championship run, particularly when he was able to play in the NBA Finals. In limited minutes, he demonstrated why he's considered a unicorn, a rare big man who can stretch the floor with a lethal three-point shot and protect the rim defensively. His ability to hit shots from 35 feet out consistently and shoot above 40% from deep makes him an ideal fit in Golden State's offense, which thrives on spacing and shooting. Moreover, his 7 feet 3 inches frame allows him to contest shots and block opponents in the paint, adding a level of rim protection the Warriors currently lack. However, Porzingis' playoff performance was hampered by a recurring illness that severely limited his effectiveness at the end of the season. When he returned, he struggled to score, defend, or even breathe properly on the court, according to his Celtics coach. This has cast some doubts on his health and durability, but over 99 regular season games with Boston, he averaged solid numbers, around 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game, with a positive impact on the team's overall performance. His box plus-minus of plus 4.9 ranks him among the top 15 players in the league, demonstrating how much the Celtics benefited from his presence on the floor. The Warriors would be taking a calculated risk by pursuing Porzingis. His $30 million salary is substantial, but it expires after the upcoming season, providing financial flexibility down the line. If things don't pan out health-wise, Golden State could move on without significant long-term damage to their salary cap. The hope is that Porzingis can be a reliable third scoring option behind Curry and Butler, providing outside shooting, rim protection, and size, while also freeing up space for the rest of the roster to operate more effectively. A potential trade package to acquire Porzingis would likely involve giving up several young players and assets, such as Moses Moody, Buddy Hield, Trey Jackson-Davis, and G. Santos. Moody is a recent extension player with upside, but the Warriors might be willing to part with him if it means adding an established big man like Porzingis. Buddy Hield has been a valuable rotational shooter and locker room presence, but his inconsistencies could make him expendable. Jackson-Davis and Santos are depth pieces who could be moved to facilitate the deal. If the Warriors decide to move forward with this trade, it might even involve a third team to help absorb salary or assets, making the deal more palatable for all sides involved. The Warriors have the flexibility to sweeten the deal with draft picks if necessary, increasing the likelihood of a successful acquisition. Ultimately, adding Porzingis alongside Lopez would give Golden State 2 true 7-footers who can stretch the floor, protect the rim, and add much-needed physicality to the frontcourt. This kind of size upgrade could be the missing ingredient in Golden State's championship recipe, especially with Curry now 37 years old and Butler at 36. Every move from here on out is critical if they want to extend their window of contention. Adding Lopez and Porzingis would create a more balanced roster, capable of defending and attacking inside and out, and would allow the Warriors to maintain their offensive style without sacrificing toughness. For Warriors fans, these rumored moves represent hope. The possibility that the team's front office finally listens to the calls for more size and presence down low. If the Warriors want to remain title contenders, they need to make a statement this offseason. Signing Brook Lopez and acquiring Kristaps Porzingis could very well be that statement, giving Golden State a front-court duo that can compete physically and fit perfectly within their high-octane offensive system. The potential impact of these two players cannot be overstated. They would provide the Warriors with the best chance to protect the rim, control the boards, and stretch defenses, all while complementing the perimeter brilliance of Curry and Butler. So as the offseason unfolds, Warriors fans should keep a close eye on these developments. The possibility of finally adding legitimate size in the front court is tantalizing, and it might be the key to unlocking another championship run. If Golden State pulls this off, it won't just be a small ball team anymore. It will be a more complete, versatile, and formidable squad capable of battling any opponent in the league, down low and beyond the arc. The integration of Brook Lopez and Kristaps Porzingis into the Warriors lineup would undoubtedly reshape the team's dynamics on both ends of the floor. On offense, the presence of two capable seven-footers who can shoot from distance would force opposing defenses to stretch out like never before. Defenders would be unable to collapse into the paint as freely, which in turn would open up driving lanes for Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and the other perimeter players. This spacing is the lifeblood of Golden State's offense, and adding Lopez and Porzingis would amplify it significantly. Their ability to set solid screens and immediately pop out for threes adds a new dimension to pick-and-pop sets, creating easier scoring opportunities and preventing defenses from doubling the guards. Defensively, the Warriors would gain a much-needed rim protector and rebounder who could anchor the paint more reliably. Lopez, with his veteran savvy, knows how to position himself to contest shots without fouling, while Porzingis brings a rare blend of length and agility for his size, capable of challenging shots both near the basket and on the perimeter. Their combined size would also improve the Warriors' ability to defend against physical frontcourts that have previously exploited Golden State's smaller lineups. Additionally, their presence would likely ease some of the defensive burden on Draymond Green, allowing him to focus more on directing traffic and generating turnovers rather than being the primary rim protector. The biggest challenge for the coaching staff will be balancing minutes and rotations to maximize the strengths of Lopez and Porzingis without disrupting the team's flow. Both players have had injury histories, so managing their health and conditioning will be essential to keep them effective throughout the grueling NBA season. Integrating them also means that role players like Kuminga, Moody, and Looney may see reduced playing time or shifted roles, which could impact team chemistry initially. However, if handled well, the frontcourt upgrade could elevate the entire roster's performance. From a strategic standpoint, the Warriors' offensive sets might evolve to incorporate more high pick-and-pop actions, with Curry and Butler using Lopez and Porzingis as dual threats. This would not only maintain Golden State's trademark pace and space, but also make the team more difficult to defend in half-court sets, where opponents previously crowded the paint. The psychological impact of having two imposing big men who can punish defenses inside and out cannot be overstated. It would force rival teams to rethink their defensive schemes and could shift the balance of power in the Western Conference. In summary, adding Brook Lopez and Kristaps Porzingis offers the Warriors a rare chance to address their frontcourt weakness without sacrificing the offensive identity that has brought them multiple championships. While there are risks involved, health concerns, salary cap considerations, and chemistry adjustments, the potential rewards are substantial. With these two towering figures patrolling the paint and threatening from deep, Golden State could once again become a truly unstoppable force, blending size, skill, and shooting in a way few teams in the league can match. If the front office executes these moves effectively, the Warriors might just have found the key to reclaiming their status as NBA champions. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Whispers are intensifying around the NBA as rumors swirl about a potential blockbuster trade involving the Golden State Warriors and Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo. While nothing is confirmed, sources close to the league suggest the Warriors might be eyeing the Greek freak in a daring offseason move that could shake up the entire landscape of the NBA. The Warriors, fresh off recent seasons marked by both championship glory and injury setbacks, seem to be exploring bold ways to retool their roster. Giannis, known for his dominant two-way play and unmatched physicality, could be the missing piece that propels Golden State back into unchallenged title contention. Fans and analysts alike have started buzzing with speculation about how the Warriors' front office might craft a deal to bring the two-time MVP to the Bay Area. From a strategic standpoint, pairing Giannis with the Warriors' sharpshooters and seasoned playmakers could create a truly formidable lineup. Imagine the impact of Giannis' relentless drives and defensive prowess alongside the shooting range of Stephen Curry and the versatility of Draymond Green. This blend of size, skill, and experience could create matchup nightmares for any opponent come playoff time. However, the logistics of such a trade are complex. The Warriors would likely need to part with significant assets, including young talents, draft picks, or established players, to meet the Bucks' asking price. Milwaukee, having built around Giannis for years, would not part with their franchise cornerstone lightly. Yet, there's growing speculation that the Bucks might entertain offers if they see an opportunity to strengthen their roster depth or pivot toward a new direction. Adding fuel to the rumor mill are reports that the Warriors management has quietly engaged in preliminary talks with the Bucks, gauging interest and exploring possible trade packages. While no official negotiations have been announced, insiders say the discussions reflect the Warriors' aggressive pursuit of championship-caliber talent in a competitive Western Conference. Of course, Giannis' own preferences and contract situation will heavily influence any trade scenario. The Greek star has expressed loyalty to Milwaukee in the past, but is also a competitive player who wants to maximize his chances at multiple titles. If Golden State can convince him of their vision and championship potential, the allure of joining a storied franchise might become irresistible. As the offseason approaches, all eyes will remain on these swirling rumors. Could the Warriors' gamble on Giannis transform the NBA's balance of power? Will Milwaukee reconsider their long-term plans? For now, the speculation remains just that, a tantalizing possibility that keeps fans on the edge of their seats, waiting for what could be one of the most exciting trades in recent memory. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.